McDowell's supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene, vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knights Med Miku, Lay by Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The City opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Release Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop opposite the Grosile Bus Stop. Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosile.
Enhance, the best a man can get.
Live streaming has become one of the best ways to connect the funeral of a loved one with friends and family, both local and international. NBC Television will live stream your funerals on television and Facebook at a reasonable rate. With our state-of-the-art equipment, you can be assured that the quality of your funeral will be to your satisfaction. Call our office now and book your obituary and streaming with us. 758-453-7458.
The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Another wonderful Wednesday afternoon to you, everyone. It is the 15th day of the month of October, 2025, and this is The Real Issues with me, Shelton Daniel, accompanied today again by Terry Fenelon. Miguel's not with us today, but who knows? He just may decide to walk in at some point. He knows he'll always be welcome. Our technical operator, Alton Jaquan Joseph. Hope you're having a good day so far. I am, and why shouldn't we? It's wonderful weather, wonderful times in our country. Let me just put you the favorite phrase these days is to put you on notice. But usually this is said with a degree of hostility, with a degree of menace. I'm putting so-and-so on notice. I just want to tell you that in a few minutes' time, say around quarter to 1, we'll be having on the line with us for an interview the communications officer for the St. Jude Hospital project, no stranger to MBC Real FM, Jade Brown. He's going to be on the line with us, perhaps clarifying some things that are being said. We don't expect differently, do we? That will have people talking about 80-year-old buildings. I don't know how a hospital burned down. It's been, the reconstruction of it has started in earnest since around 2012 or whatever, 2011, 2012. Efforts to rebuild it and how it can have 80-year-old buildings in it and so on. That's probably won't be what Jade will talk about, but she's going to make some comments that I think will clear the air on some things that people believe that they can have propaganda value to it. So just put in your notice for that. Terry Fenelon, what's cooking in your pot? What's happening in your neck of the woods?
The Lord is cooking. Let me say good afternoon to all our viewers, listeners, and wherever you are. Here by the beach, diaspora, Shelton, our fans are everywhere,
Of course.
On Sunday, man, I was inundated. I cannot make my way through the crowd because everybody's stopping. And they ask, where is Shelton? Especially I go to Granny Fair for my south on a Tuesday.
All right.
Usually I've not been there, but don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll be collecting myself.
Is that by my partner, Nestor?
That's by your partner, just out of the road there. He's a bar.
Yes.
I have not been there because, I was under stress in my vehicle.
I think he was addressing some political gathering recently, and he made the point that a whole lot of the money that was spent, it would just take $40,000 per person, and they could have built so many houses, with that money and so on. Very politically astute guy, Nestor.
Oh yes. When it comes to the politics, you can't beat him, man. But while we wait for the call, Shelton, we have a number of things. Well, let's give Kifo a plug, can we?
Of course.
Yes, video too.
Especially since he knows the basics of skanking, right?
All right. Yeah, let's go with video too. We plug in right away.
Okay.
All right.
Choiseul Saltibus this Sunday, October 19th from 3 p.m. The St. Lucia Labour Party proudly launches Keithson Kifo Charles, your candidate who will lead with courage, compassion, and competence. Join us as we stand together with our political leader and Prime Minister, Honorable Philip J. Pierre, to celebrate leadership, development, and opportunities for all St. Lucian. This Sunday, Choiseul Saltibus comes alive with Keithson Kifo Charles and Prime Minister Pierre. We are moving forward together.
Time to build, time to grow. With Kifo, you don't know.
The only thing that is hurting me there, Shelton, my partners will be going on from Friday, because Choiseul is the most beautiful part of St. Lucia.
Okay,
that, right?
all right.
I say that without any fear of contradiction.
I hope that by the time Sunday comes around, you haven't overindulged in too much of the beautiful.
But unfortunately, I will not be making it down on Friday because I long before the announcements we made about these gatherings, we had I had a commitment to class of 86 teachers college reunion. So I'll be doing that with them and then heading down on the Sunday. But I would have preferred to go down with my partners, from the Friday, cool out, enjoy the community and stuff. But listen, we have to make this a resounding success, Shelton. You see that one? Because Bradley, we have time.
No, go ahead.
We have time.
Go ahead. I told you about it.
Yeah, play video free.
Because Bradley, I hope Bradley realized that your scope is pointed at.
Oh yeah.
It's not moving at all.
He made an error, calling me a liar. Should never have done that, young.
He has received 1.6 million. What has he done with that money?
Chicken and ram. I don't give a damn. I love my chicken and ram.
All he does these days is give rum and chicken.
Chicken and ram. All the rest could scram. Give me chicken and ram.
As far as I know, nothing has been done in Choiseul.
I don't give a damn. I love my chicken and ram.
And he knows how to play in your head. That's why a lot of you are brainwashed and voting for color.
chicken and ram, chicken and ram. I don't give a damn, I love my chicken and ram.
What have you done with that money? Because as far as I know, nothing has been done in Choiseul.
Yeah, you see, brother, you're right. You did that thing like your ring coming in your head like a little makume there. After you tie up fought, you did what you did to fought.
Yes.
You get the prime minister still gave you $1.6 million, so you don't have a candy world because you're not in jail.
Yes.
So you're there dancing, if the ring coming in your head like a little makume and thing. But don't worry, Sunday we're going to begin your to dismantle you.
Terry, I kind of wonder whether there is something more to the surname Felix than maybe we know about. Because to me, Bradley's performance ought to have given sufficient cause for pause to another Felix to say, what am I doing? Why am I getting into this kind of thing? The name Felix is not the most attractive one now.
Yes.
It's not the most reputable one now, where politics and governance is concerned. I don't know why anybody else whose surname is Felix would not stop and say, let me do a ring check on whatever I'm about to do. Maybe that name by itself might cause people to regard me in a certain way. But we're not saying more about it.
But you see, Shelton, when Richard Frederick said about this fella had to take the oath to totally submit. I dismissed Frederick, right?
You did?
Yeah, because I figure, come on, man. Gail remembered PhD.
No.
And
but Shasta himself said it. He expects people when they come there for them to submit.
Yes. But because I cannot understand how a man like Bradley, a man who worked in a bank, not a banker, he worked in a bank, you did not start. You allowed yourself to be used to sell out the people of Beaufort. And then there you dancing there like, you don't have a care in the world, and Beaufort is under stress for such a long time. And then in the $1.6 million, what has he done? You heard the lady, I don't know her. Have you ever met her? I don't even know her name.
Yeah.
But obviously, and she made the point. You cannot be voting color. You have to put your country first. The same way the prime minister is putting you first. You have to put your country first. You cannot just decide I'm voting in yellow. Yellow has when a man comes and tells me he's electing because he's going to have a meat festival. That's the extent of your campaign. And then I'm going to build a heavy duty school. We already saw what you did in the first school for your wife, CHTTI. Yeah, you saw me at courts yesterday and pointing out, to your friend, you all stood up waiting for me to pass, so you all could make sure that's me. Yeah, I'm not stupid, I'm not born yesterday. I'm not a spring chicken. CHTTI, not accredited, could not give certificates. Students took loans, and they were left holding the bag. So we know what we know your record with schools. So you want to come in for another one, a heavy duty school, for contractors. So you're going to fool with people again. Then all of a sudden you're going to be that you're there for 6 years, You didn't build one, but you're going to build 1,000 houses. But the crown of it all, you're going to have a meat festival. Shelton, j'aime tant que tu ça. A meat festival. That's the extent of your campaign, Gaza. Free, I'm coming to you, but after the break. Because something happened yesterday, Shelton. I'm not going there, but I'm going there, not in the sense that I'm going there.
You're not going there, but you're going there.
But I'm going there. So I want I'm afraid for you to say I lie because
you're not afraid to go anywhere after February and I there. If one of this is when I tell you host the program solo, I'll come to his defense, guys.
I know that's your boy, but don't worry, man. This man is so unintelligent. I really had high expectations of him. But Bradley, back to you, man. We're coming down to make a statement. We're going to shake the very foundation of Choiseul. Because Bradley, I have said it already, you have no backbone, you are useless. You should have, I would have respected you had you stood up to Alan and say, Alan, I cannot sign that. So get some other, lackey to do that. But I, Bradley Felix, I am from the South. I cannot tie up the South in that. And that's why I respect Janine Compton, She stood up in Parliament. And says no, because her father trained her well.
Somebody I'm told who he did it quietly away from the cameras and the mics who had a bit of stand up to him. I'm told, I don't know if it's right. Ezekiel
Joseph, yes, I heard
was
that.
a man who used to say certain things that won't fly past me.
Right, yes. And I know Dufwell and I, we still spar.
Okay.
And we still spar most mornings,
okay.
you know, and stuff. So I know, and he keeps telling me, you're not going to continue to fool me, you know. That's my partner.
Why don't I give Jade
a call
now?
Give Jade a call.
Let's see if we can get Jade on the line now.
Yeah, we try to call her.
At least we can get that out of the way, you know?
Yes. And I can flow. You can flow.
She isn't answering so far. Maybe she intends for that. She would have called. We spoke just this morning, so I know she hasn't forgotten. And you know what I found remarkable? Given the heavy workload of her voice, you know, MCing the various launchings and
she's
so
strong.
on. Okay, all right, okay. So maybe Jade's gonna call. So let's
So I mean, somebody asked, what is a? So you're going to have a mid-festival partner. You're going to the POC.
What's that?
Is it true? You go to the POC.
Okay.
You go to the POC. But let me just give you a story while we wait for Jade. You know, Miss Frevrier is, I don't understand. I really expected this man to show some level of intelligence. First of all, you know, you live all your life in Canada. Most of your life in Canada.
I think he was also in Geneva also.
Geneva and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you know, when
he was supposed to.
Yeah, when he allowed himself to be used as a house slave to read that thing about Nigeria, I was like, serious? And then I got to understand your boss was Nigerian. And, you know, it just showed that these guys, man, have no backbone.
Right.
They stand for nothing. You understand? Your boss was a Nigerian, you know. I'm sure you're in and out of Nigeria, but we're establishing diplomatic relations with Nigeria, not if a man. And you came to read that there on behalf of the party, and I'm like, look at that house slave, man. You stand for nothing. Then you go by the health center, you saw nothing but to talk about grass. Now, if you're a good politician, you know, you want Tommy, you're all in the gutters, man. Tommy, have you cleaned any gutter since? To me, Tommy should have been back making sure the gutter is clean. You don't do these things for you know, photo ops. You embarrass, you know, you're just showing your fellas your immaturity in the political thing. Stephen Frevry, you went to the thing. All right, some grass grew there. I was reading stuff. Because take a before photo. Because you have money. I suppose you got money to campaign. Call two fellas, have a little step program. And after the thing finished, you put up before and say, well, you know, I, Stephen Frevry, I did that. But your mama say, Stephenson King. Stephenson King is a busy man.
What he said? Go ahead.
You want to blame Stephenson King in your cutting the grass. I mean, seriously, that's the extent of your politics, Frevry. Then, I will defend my party.
You'd expect that a man like that has much bigger fish to fry.
I mean, a man who is supposed to have worked
especially as we know
in the diplomatic circles. I mean, that is what you come in with, Gaza. I mean, I expected from Appa and you fought. You understand? But Appa seemed to be more intelligent than you because Appa does hit us heavy. Appa does hit heavy.
Not at your level. You're coming back with the cut the grass behind
the grass.
And thing like that. At the side of the road. You know?
Then there's a thing for Juju. You think we should play it?
Well, I leave it to you.
So, context, because some people may not have heard it.
Is it about Juju's shoes?
The shoes, yes.
Yeah, so what are they trying to say? Juju don't have a right for...
No, but people miss it. No, people missing the point. It's not Juju you wanted to attack him. I mean, Juju is our queen, man.
Yeah.
That's our spring queen, gold medalist. She's at the body holiday. There's a function there. People from all over the world were there, I understood. Agents representing athletes and stuff, they were there. Because Juju right now, I mean, Juju is big, you know. So her some spikes, not the one she won the gold medal with. That one, I think, St. Lucia, we have to bid on that. We have to get that and put that somewhere. Right, to motivate our students.
As a matter of fact, if we don't have a proper museum now,
that should start one.
That should be the good basis, the nucleus for
So I'm telling the Prime Minister and the Minister of Sports, I can give $20. You know, and the rest can trump up. We have to buy that. I mean, spikes are being auctioned. And there's a prominent lawyer. The man is no posh lawyer, a local lawyer. I can call his name? Yeah, Thaddeus Antoine. Everybody knows Thaddeus. Thaddeus is no posh lawyer, you know. Thaddeus has worked and Thaddeus has money.
This is a former...
That's what I seem to have money.
The former president of the OECS
I mean, hey, the man has worked, the man has big cases, the man has money. So what? Richard Frederick has money. He's a lawyer. You're making him believe as though it's a sin to have money. So he was there. As anything else, he's in a tourist board and thing. So the bidding started. I want people to get the point. It's not the shoes. Well, you're talking about shoe. Tanya is not. I don't know if it's Tanya he's talking about. You know, shoe. Anyway, so Tanya's bid, bidding back and forth. So Thaddeus reached a bid of, it was US dollars, 90,000. Man, for Thaddeus, that may be chump change. So he wants to attack and assign that to corruption. As though if a man, as close to the Labour Party, can bid $90,000 on a shoe, because he doesn't understand the value of those things, then memorabilia and things. That's why I tell you, that man is so unintelligent. I need you to walk back the praise of me. Anyway, so he wants to attack Thaddeus as an SLP. So it's not really the shoe. Oh, you could bid for a shoe, although that shows his ignorance. But that's why I show you, mate, is ignorant. Thaddeus may well have been acting on his own behalf.
Yes.
Or he could have been acting on the behalf of a client.
Yes.
Because he has clients. And some of these clients are well heeled, well to do. So he could have been bidding on behalf of a client. But you want to assume that Thaddeus is corrupt because he can afford to bid $90,000 US on a shoe.
Yes.
I mean,
you know something.
this one is unintelligent.
Terry, the UWP is very mixed up in terms of what they consider to be priority.
Yeah.
I mean, I've read UWP posts and so on where they're trying to make an issue of the amount of money Labour Party has been spending on the lunches. They spend so much on Lisa Jawahi. Yeah. Then they spend so much on this other person. Yeah. First of all, I don't know where they're getting that info, but let's say the info is right. Yeah. They do not seem to understand the difference between the Labour Party and the government. Correct. What I want you to do, if you're going to cry foul, is to show me where
from the Treasury
J. and those withdrew money from the Treasury of St. Lucia to fund the activities of a political party. You are unable to show that at all. But you come in and make noise. First of all, that's none of your business. You know?
So let me go back to it now. Fevre, you are unintelligent. I think you have disappointed me in every sphere, every area. Nothing of substance have come from you. So yesterday, now Fevre, if I lie, be very careful. I don't call no show and tell me I lie. You are at a restaurant in, you want to know how I know these things, because I know a lot of things, you know. My drones are everywhere. You were in a restaurant in La Claire. You said Plaza, Anti-Donald's. You know that place? Nice one.
Of course, yes, of course.
And you engage a gentleman. You see, when you talk to people and you don't know who they are, you need to be careful. And be careful of what you ask for. So Shelton, he engaged a gentleman in talk. And as usual, the gentleman asked, but Kasa, a man like you, Shelton say you bright. I just put that one in there.
Okay, all right.
I just wanted to juke you. Because Shelton say you're bright fella. How is Shasty and Guy Joseph you follow him? You know already, Shelton. You know his problem is the wood. So the talk went in, and my partner told him, but one of those fellas is a that.
Is it that?
I don't know who there, because I don't want us to be sued.
Is it true?
Is it true?
Okay.
And you ask the right question. Where is the evidence? Because he thought he was batting on a great wicket. And the gentleman in question was giving you the evidence, and he identified himself to you. He told you, it is my daughter. At that point in time, Fravia, your face went white. And you took your belongings because you could not handle the truth. Am I lying, Mr. Fravia? Is it true? Am I lying? Well, you have the evidence before you. I expect you to be the Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go. And when he's old, he will not depart. But although, Fravia, I suspect you have backslidden long. You backslide long. That's why you follow Shasty. A man who's not backslidden, a man who's still in the faith could never follow Alan Shasty and Guy Joseph. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
You have the call?
Bradley was a junior in the bank, so he didn't know much. And that is from somebody I know,
supposed to know.
who worked in that same bank, worked in that bank, came out in a fairly senior position. So they're saying maybe as a banker we are overrating Bradley, all right? Now, let me see this. Another person has sent something and said it was $70,000 US he bid.
Yes.
And it was sold for $75,000.
Yes.
Now sometimes Thaddeus bid that amount because he knows somebody
go bid it.
Him. And that the thing will fetch, a lot more than yes. Sometimes he put the bid at that level to ensure that some good amount was restored.
And not only that, he could have been representing one of his clients because the man have Gaza. The man, you don't see the man office. There's no pash lawyer boy. The man stop corporate lawyers, so the man have clients well heeled and they can dole out the cash.
Yes.
So he might have been bidding on behalf of one of his clients.
Miguel says Gaston says Stephen, not Fevrier. Suddenly he not proud of the Fevrier name, you know. And he had something, he says indeed Choiseul is beautiful from the landscape to the shabins. Now I don't
I could tell you, boy, Choiseul, every time I go down south there, I love his Choiseul, you know. And the thing will be held in Lafargue, ample parking and stuff, and my partners Frank Charles and this fellas going down from Friday, Gaston, that bullying me, you know. Because I would have been down there from Friday.
We have to take it on the other side. If not, you know, for us to go across the commercial break, I don't want to do that. Jill, can she hear me? Yeah, Jill, if you can hear me, let's do it on the other side of the commercial break because we're just 3 minutes to 1 o'clock. To start now means the interview will cross the commercial break and so on. I'm sorry we couldn't connect a little earlier, but we can do that shortly after 1, okay?
Okay, no problem.
All right. Okay. And what I'll do now, in fact, if we still have 2 minutes, let's take the break now. So when we come back, it will be on the stroke of 1, and then we can go to a Real Issues powered by Blue Waters. We'll be back shortly.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with big issues. Real issues, 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
McDowell Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene of vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knights Med Miku, Lay by Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The City opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Release Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Choiseul, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop opposite the Grosley bus stop. Prio's Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosley.
Enhance, the best a man can get.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with The Real Issues, powered by Blue Waters, on this Wednesday, October the 15th, 2025. We now have on the line with us the Communications Officer for the St. Jude Hospital Project, Ms. Jade Brown, I might say a former news editor here at NBC and Real FM, and so no stranger to us. Nice always to have you, Jade. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Shelton, and good afternoon to your listeners. Good afternoon, Mary, as well.
Yes, good afternoon.
Jed, a few things we might need clarification on that I would like to. I think you were able to help us. How many beds is the new St. Jude going to have? And, what really is the cost associated that we hear some chatter about that going on? I thought it was comprehensively clarified earlier on, but some things bear repeating and continuously reinforcing. So go ahead, please.
Right. Okay, thank you. There are 100 beds at the new site. 100 beds. Yes, we've heard some chatter, but I just want to urge the public to just be cautious about the information that they choose to consume as it pertains to the imminent opening of the St. Jude Hospital. The truth is, the closer we get to opening St. Jude Hospital, the more you would find that rumors will start to circulate. Individuals with their own agendas might want to come out and just spread some misinformation, or I can call it an outright lie about the St. Jude Hospital. The services that we are offering at this new site, there are key expansions that people have to note as well. Of course, I mentioned the bed capacity. It is increased capacity across all wards, and that will improve patient flow and reduce congestion. And that is a major issue that we are dealing with right now at the stadium. So, of course, the government of St. Lucia, when taking the decision to rehabilitate the original site, they would have taken this into consideration in the planning and the execution and the rehabilitation and the construction, or should I say reconstruction of the site. We also have the emergency department, which will have a larger unit with more treatment bays for minor injuries and improved isolation facilities. We also, in terms of diagnostics, we have the addition of a CT scan. We have an expanded lab that includes molecular testing and a blood bank, right? In terms of the surgical services, we're increasing from 2 to 3 2 to 3 theaters, right? So there will be a higher throughput and enhanced minimally invasive surgery. When it comes to the specialty clinics at St. Jude, there is the addition of ENT, oncology, cardiology clinics as well. When we talk about maternal and child health, they have expanded maternity. There's literally neonatal care with NICU and HDU included as well, all of which we do not have right now. Okay? There will be an expansion to the renal services. In terms of physiotherapy, we have a physiotherapy unit that has a built-in gym. The physiotherapy unit is on par with international standards. The hospital is on par with international standards. So we've also improved laundry, maintenance, catering, you name it, we have improved it. There is absolutely nothing that happens at the current site that will not be improved at the new OG site. I also want to say, Shelton, that it is very disheartening to listen to certain individuals who I will not mention because they do not warrant me mentioning them, but it's very disheartening to see that there is a deliberate attempt at fooling the people of St. Lucia, at giving and feeding the people of St. Lucia this myth and disinformation. We have to be very careful as a people when we are looking and striving for progress as a country to politicize it. It is not a political matter when we speak about the health and the well-being and the safety of our people. So the facts are there for everyone to see. We have many reports on St. Jude. You can simply do a quick search on YouTube and you will see all of the reports, or go to our pages, you will find them. In the coming week, Shelton, your listeners, the viewers, they will see two additional reports coming out from our office on St. Jude Hospital. What we have done is engaged staff of St. Jude. Various departments. Now, I am talking about line staff. We have a few doctors as well. These individuals have named themselves the St. Jude champions because they care about the health of our nation and of the 70,000 people who access care at St. Jude Hospital. These individuals have conducted several site visits to the OJ site. They are well versed and they are well prepared and they have a wealth of information on the hospital and the services. These are the people that you'll be hearing from. These are the people that you will be seeing on the ground and on social media and in the main traditional media talking about the St. Jude Hospital. We thought it important because these are the individuals that people interact with on a daily basis at St. Jude Hospital, right? So if we have the staff on our side, if we have the staff believing that St. Jude Hospital will be open, because it is a fact. You heard from the contractor in recent times, he stated that we are waiting on some medical equipment. The hospital is already furnished. They are now waiting on medical equipment. In terms of the buildings, we are well over 90% complete. The asphalt has been laid already, right? So what we want to do is to assure St. Lucians, assure them that St. Jude Hospital will be open. St. Jude Hospital is well on the way, and service will resume at the OJ site in due course. When it comes to figures and prices, Shelton, we know a lot. There is a lot that we know, but in order not to politicize the matter, there are some things that we will not state, only because we know that it is egregious and there will be a time to address that. But the most important thing is for people of St. Lucia, and like I said, the 70,000 people in the Southern Belt who access care on a daily basis, to understand that all is being done in the best interest of the people and the advancement and the improvement of healthcare in our country. And lastly, Shelton, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I would like to urge those individuals in the South, those in the North as well, go to your nearest wellness center. The government of St. Lucia have acquired 2 3D mammogram machines. One is situated at OKEU Hospital and the other is at St. Jude Hospital. Under universal health coverage, women and men over 40 can have free mammogram exams, free mammogram tests. These tests are conducted at the hospitals. However, you must go to your primary health care. It's at whatever wellness center is closest to you. Access them. You will get a referral. You go to the hospital and then you get your mammogram for free. This is what is happening. These are real tangible benefits of universal health coverage. these are the things I wanted to touch on today, Shelton, as it pertains to St. Jude Hospital.
So you mean, you mentioned about the 70,000 people in the South who access healthcare on a daily basis. There's another 70 I was hoping you'd talk about, but this time million. And I hope you wanted to talk about box too, because...
In terms of that 70, Shelton,
yes.
That 70, I don't know what pie in the sky, where they got that from, but there is no document, there is nothing that really states that 70,000 is correct. Where is the 70,000?
70 million. 70 million for the box. 70 million, a $70 million box.
We want to know as well. I'm very curious. It's the same thing with universal health coverage. When they're speaking about $75,000 per person, but really, when you look at it, dialysis, the cost of dialysis is close to $75,000. So if you're saying to me, most St. Lucians, many St. Lucians, hypertension and diabetes affect St. Lucians more than any other disease. That is why the government of St. Lucia has put it under the PBF program through UHC, and people are getting their tests done for free, their exams done for free, as well as their medication. Now, when we talk about $75,000 health insurance, right, and the cost of dialysis is close to $75,000, what is left? So if I have a flu, or if I contract COVID, or if I contract any other ailment, or if I break my leg, that means that $75 is capped off. $75,000 is capped off, and I cannot access any other medical service. When really and truly, we already have universal health coverage here in St. Lucia. It is a 3-tier program. The first tier is what we're seeing now, which would be cervical cancer screening at no cost, the hypertension and diabetes, that comes under us as well. When we talk about prostate cancer screening, when we talk about mammography services, when we talk about snake bite management as well as maternal and child health services. All of these services come at no cost through your wellness center. And when we say wellness centers, it is because we want to decentralize the care that we give to individuals, because the hospitals are always congested, it is always busy. So we're trying to empower these wellness centers so people can go through the wellness centers and receive the care that they urgently need. That is tier 1. Tier 2 of universal health coverage will be going beyond the basket. When you go beyond the basket of health services, which is what I just mentioned, then you come into a health insurance kind of policy where you work together, and it's not just health insurance, but you work together with different stakeholders, whether it be the government of St. Lucia, the insurance companies, and the individuals who are getting the care, as well as others. And that would mean that when that is implemented, then individuals can access care, and they will be secured in that manner. And then the third tier would be like for catastrophic events where people have to be flown out of St. Lucia and all of that. This universal health coverage is not something that you can give people overnight. Universal health coverage has to be done in a phased approach. Speak to countries and look to countries like Jamaica that had to pull back their insurance programs or their UHC programs because they went too big too soon. There's this thing called Belflare Solo Day. If you need people of St. Lucia need to understand things may sound good. They may even look good in the interim. But in reality, they will always recoil. And you are hearing the same messages, the same empty promises, right? And we are moving in a direction that is very, very dangerous for our country.
Jed, can I ask you something? Have you ever come across a Belflare salad that's in the shape of a box? You know, it has nice petal.
I came across it. Yes, I have.
It has nice petal colors in the form of exterior cladding, you know. That can remind you of a flower, but you know.
That box itself, and I'm speaking as a citizen of St. Lucia, not in a professional capacity. I am telling you, on the outside it looks great, and on the inside it is a steel frame. It is a box. It is a frame. It is an empty box with no roof. The roof is not completed. There's no flooring, no doors, no windows, no HVAC, nothing, no plumbing, no electricity. So how could that have been 70% complete? How is it 70% complete if there is absolutely nothing on the interior of the building? I can remember reports that we put out for St. Jude Hospital when we were at 70%. 70% complete. And trust me, there was paint on the walls already. And if there's paint on the walls, that means that all of the major works have already been done. That is what you call 70% complete. But when you have a building that is literally just the cladding, as you indicated, and on the inside there is absolutely nothing else happening, how can you say it's 70% complete and 6 months to completion? That is what you call a white elephant. And I just hope that I know that the people of St. Lucia are smarter than that. I know that they have done their own research. They can see the tangible results because it is being posted by us and it is also being posted by the contractor. You can see where we are at with St. Jude. So do not fear, do not worry, do not lean into all of this rhetoric that is going on. St. Jude Hospital will be open in due course. It will be open expeditiously. I know that everybody is working hard behind the scenes. I am also on the commissioning team. Everyone is working behind the scenes to ensure that this comes to a reality.
All right. Thank you very much, Jade. If there's nothing further from you, I want to profusely express gratitude for your, joining us today and giving us this, I'm tempted to say comprehensive overview of where we are. So don't be a stranger. Any other time, you can pick up the phone, call me. We can arrange it, or you can just call spontaneously, and you will be received and accommodated. Okay, my very best to you.
Thank you so much.
And to all the others that you are working as a team with.
Okay, take care.
All right, okay.
Great report.
Absolutely.
Before we almost at point. Before we take call, I just got a video from Kifo's team. They want me to play it. Okay. All right. So the video now. That's the last one I sent to you.
Yeah, not a problem.
He had a meeting at Morgouche last night.
Yes.
I think. So
that's the same place where he was doing his little shimmy dancing.
No. That's not where the Makume was. But Kifo.
No. I'm telling you, Kifo did a little bit of that.
Oh no, well, Kifo can dance.
On the platform thing, because Kifo used to be a DJ.
Yeah, the man can scan this.
If .com sounds and all that.
I mean, how you mean?
Yeah, okay.
The money carry no ring. Let's go. That's just a teaser for Sunday, and that was a late meeting. The man called that hastily, to feel the pulse and stuff. And I understood outside, that's the thing with Labour Party thing. The venue is too small. Yeah, so you can't hold people. So outside overflowing.
Okay.
So that was just last night in Morgouche, getting ready for Sunday. Now, Frank Boy Island, you made me jealous there because I really wanted to come down over the weekend, and I still contemplate, because I can boycott things. I can boycott this thing and come down because, you see, when you're in Choiseul, brother, man, you stuff, and my brother in Vieux-Fort, so that's close. Just, a little drive from my brother's place to there and spend the time there, no hassle, etc. So, Shelton, we have more stuff, but I think we got to give the people a chance to.
Absolutely.
Let's open the line. So
when I think of the box and all the money they spend on it, they say it's so much 70% complete. It's state of the art. It's all of this and the other. Guys, I'll give you all a little excuse. I'll make a little excuse for you all. You all still had to do the construction works on it, put up the side walls and so on. Up to the point where it is, what you all had done was the architectural works.
But there was no plumbing, no electrical.
No plumbing, electrical. These are all construction work. The cladding and all those things.
Architectural works. But that's a new thing in the lexicon.
$100 million and so on architectural works,
What like Joe? Architectural works, $24 million.
Yeah, 487.
Yes.
9849 is the WhatsApp line. You can WhatsApp call us on that, and you can call us on the landline direct 4533-911. We have someone waiting already.
Yes.
Real issues, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Jerry.
Yes, good afternoon, my brother.
Yeah, before I make my contribution, I want to sing this or just quote these 4 lines very fast. Through many dangers, toils and snares.
Yes.
I have already come.
Mm-hmm. Hallelujah. It is grace that has brought me thus far, and it will be grace that will lead me home.
That's right.
Hallelujah. It is the grace of God, the grace of God upon the life of Philip J. Pierre. It is the grace of God upon the government of this country. Papa. After 6 years, St. Jude was untouched by this careless government, former government. Did not touch there. But Philip J. Pierre, the grace of God being upon his life, has brought St. Jude thus far. Hallelujah. And it will be the grace of God that will cause St. Jude to open. I want to switch to Stephen King. Shelton, you see Stephen King? Stephen King was under attack last night. I am saying to Stephen King who are listening to me now, when you need me, Stephen King, or in the event you need me, my brother, I will be there for you. Because Stephen King is a good man. We need a man like Stephen King in Castries North to continue representing the people. Shelton, I will tell you the problem with Stephen King. Stephen King and I have that same problem, Shelton. We cannot say nobody. We believe as if we can help everybody. And I am learning to say no. I am learning to say I cannot. And Stephen King, I am saying to you, my brother, you must know when to say no. You must know when to say you cannot. Having said this, all roads lead to the Mondido School tonight at 6 p.m. Thank you very much, my brother. And in closing, very fast, you know Elvis Presley shoes? Elvis Presley shoes, they was 120,000 pounds.
Okay.
Now they want to dig around because Juju sell her shoes to put that money into her foundation to help poor people. Man, them fellas have a problem with everything we do. Have a good afternoon.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yes.
487-9849, that is the number to dial. And you can also reach us on 4533911. Don't forget you can send your WhatsApp messages to us by going to realfmofficial.com or to mbcslu.com. There is the WhatsApp messaging link on both websites that you can click on. A message box will open. Type your message in there. Hit the send button and it will get to us in real time, by which I mean as soon as you send it, we'll be seeing it appearing on our in-studio computer screen. We have someone else on the line. Real Issues, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Shelton, Terry, good afternoon, my brothers.
How are you doing? Yeah, go ahead, bro. You're on the air.
Gentlemen, when I called you, was it yesterday? When I called you about this land thing in no, it wasn't the land thing. It was Guy Joseph and your son and those statements that he had made.
Speak up a bit, as if you're starting good and then your voice drops.
Okay. But, Terry, hearing you talking about Bradley and this Viewfort land thing earlier took me back, and Bradley is shameless, Bradley is absolutely shameless. Because Bradley was around. Remember that time under the 2006 to 2011 UWP regime. Alan Chasney, as Minister for Tourism, committed certain lands close to the Prale area there to some touristic development. Remember that, guys?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And remember, at the height of the financial crisis, the banks that had loaned the investors for that project, monies for that project, they seized those lands.
Yes.
And it had to take the Kenny Anthony
administration
government that came into power in 2011 to buy back our lands.
Yes. I think
remember that?
Yes. I think there was more than one case
Alan
like that.
Chasney,
yes.
And Bradley Felix was around. Bradley Felix knew that. He knows that. And yet, Bradley Felix, together with Alan Chasney, committed our lands in Viewfort to Theo Aking for a song.
Yes.
For a song. I mean, Bradley is shameless. Bradley has to be one of the most shameless politicians, parliamentarians I know.
Yes.
And today, Bradley is still condoning and approving and applauding everything that Alan Shastney says. Let me tell Bradley Felix something. Bradley, if Alan Shastney gets back into office, you think if Alan Shastney believes that he wants to do the same thing, or he thinks he ought to do the same thing in Choiseul that he did in Vieux-Fort and in that private area, he won't do it, and you wouldn't have the spine, you wouldn't have the backbone to say no to him. That's the type of person you are,
yes.
Bradley, listen, you ought to get out of this thing. Just get out of this thing. Don't wait for Kifu to throw you out. Come election time. Just get out to be a man and say, look, boy, I messed up. Let me do the best thing I can for the people of Choiseul and get out of this thing now. Thanks, gentlemen.
Yeah, okay,
thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All right, we're getting several text messages. One of them says, Blessed Wednesday to you, Shelton and Mr. Terry. I would like to know what occasion you have these days. I'm not exactly sure why you think I have a special occasion, although I have a little suspicion. Someone else says, you forgot your cap today? No, I figured that I got a bright red shirt on me, so I don't have to overdo the red, And, you said somebody called Nikki Isidore? Or something?
Yes.
I remember, some time ago, he was in a little chat, it seems, with other people, and he said, each of them, we think we're on a Simegwen path. So-and-so, bloodbath. Bloodbath.
Yes.
Well, I'm telling you, when you see we in the red like that, and the code is red and so on, and the mood is red, is, for certain people, that is bloodbath. Do we have a call on the line? We do. Real Issues, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Gentlemen, good afternoon.
How are you doing, sir?
Mr. Favre.
This is the real Favre.
The real Favre.
So there's a toy
good
one.
afternoon to your viewers and listeners.
What's on your mind today?
My brothers, I think something is really wrong with the constituency of Castries North. You mean to tell me that you have a formidable man, an experienced man, a man who has run this country and who has one of the most important ministries in St. Lucia. His opponents are two jokers. Stephen just started living life. He just got exposed to the international scene. That's the first time he's seen an auction.
He's reversing.
Yeah, that's the first time he's seen an auction of a celebrity. And because Juju is a celebrity.
That's right.
Items owned by celebrities. I even find the amount of money paid for that was not enough.
True.
Now, if Stephen understands, like he said earlier, that Thaddeus Antoine is a very accomplished attorney.
Yes.
And it's not only through legal services within the court. He represents a number of high net worth clients through his CIP office.
Yes, high worth.
It may very well be that he is doing it for a client, or he is savvy enough to know that this may be worth much more in the future, so he will keep it in his possession.
Yes.
Either way, why? Like Gaspar just said, why would you want to fight a charitable initiative? Because invariably that money is going to Juju's charity. And what does she do with the charity? It goes back into investment into our youth in St. Lucia and the underserved. So Stephen is a joke. Then we have the other one who claims to be independent with endless chat GPT posts. And he seems to believe, just like Tommy, the same way Tommy believes that Cicero is Castries South, he believes that Cleary is Castries North. Right? I think it's time, like Jade said, that they are insignificant people. We carry on with the business of the government, the business of this country, and Philip J. Pierre's vision and policy. And forget these fools, they're jokers.
Yes, man.
Oh, okay.
That's it, gentlemen. Have a good one.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to talk about a flyer that I got a while ago, but I see Comrade Bernard Haynes is trying to call us from New York. And I know he tried yesterday, or was it day before, and he couldn't get through. So today I'm going to allow him to speak to us via my phone. So, Comrade Haynes, are you there? Are you on the line, or did you skip and try to go? Okay, I think he is there. Hold on a second. Yeah, Comrade Bernard Haynes, good afternoon to you and welcome to The Real Issues.
Good afternoon to you, Shelton. Good afternoon to you, Terry.
Good afternoon, my brother.
Yes, sir. Shelton.
Yes.
To be honest with you, this morning I was listening to that program with Jai, and I heard that statement made by Mr. Bolom. And Sheldon, to be honest with you, I really was not expecting that. Out of a man, you all said that was based. I know he's your friend, but seriously, a man who was based as in what capacity was he based in Nigeria?
He was in Geneva.
Brussels?
Yeah, I think he was Yes. I think he was.
In what capacity?
I think he was some representative to the World Trade Organization on behalf of the OECS or CARICOM or one of them. Yeah, I can't remember the exact one. But
maybe that is why we are in the state where we are right now.
Yeah.
Because for a man to be making that kind of statement concerning an auction, usually auction prices are for charities. That is why you get this kind of money flowing in auction. Because probably the person don't want to just pay give her money to a charity. They rather go deal on something, buy it, and the money goes to charity.
Yeah.
It's basically a kind of a fundraiser. And not just that. Terry said something right earlier on. My friend, you see all of these first with Juju, I think we should purchase the uniforms, the track shoes. And and put that doing something like what we have called a skyscape. Where these things have been put in a museum where you can go and see these things. Children will come in years to come will be able to go to a museum and see, hey, this is our first Olympiad. So this guy, Mr. Bolom, to be making this is really idiotic of this guy, Sheldon. This is really idiotic. I mean, when I listen to that, I said, who has that kind of thinking? Who's going to represent St. Lucia and have that kind of thinking and trying to tie it to a Labour Party? Only now because Terry mentioned the person name that I know is that, yes, a man who works for himself, so who cares? That's the man's money. He chose to do what he wished to do with it. Whatever the man wants to do with his money, that is his problem. When people go to auction and they buy a vehicle, if the vehicle is a 1450 Ford, and you decide to pay $2 million, that is your money. Nobody has to tell you anything. That you decide you could afford it, you buy it. And I was really disappointed in Mr. Bolom. Come on, man. I think that has been the worst, Shelton, the worst. And I will tell you, I'm stressing it out, the worst cadre of candidates present to St. Lucia by the UWP ever. From the time I know myself in politics, that has been the worst set of politicians presented. I don't think they are politicians anyway. I just think it's a group of guys who has to be submissive to a master. Shelton, thank you.
All right then. Okay, thank you very much. All right.
It's a side, Shelton.
Thank you very much. I think we have a flyer that someone sent to me, and the flyer is saying UWP, come have a chat. And they're going to have a chat. I assume it's at the home of a supporter. You are invited to have a conversation with your candidate for Castries North, Mr. Stephen Favrier. That will be at the home of Dexter Mundezi at VG. And Wednesday, 15th October 2025. That's today, isn't it? Mm-hmm. At 6 p.m., light refreshments will be served. So Stephen is having that. I wonder what he's going to tell them. If he'll also make Thaddeus a subject of conversation again. That's the problem with UWP. They don't seem to know their talking points. What are the things that are important to people to talk about? It's about...
His insinuation that Thaddeus is corrupt.
Yeah,
because he was able to spend on a shoe.
Yeah, honestly, or SLP spending 400,000 on a rally. That's not the state's money. We have a call on the line. Real issues.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Sheldon.
Yeah, good afternoon to you. You're on the air.
Yeah, Sheldon, I was listening to a commentary from a white guy, and more or less he was kind of like, talking about, the whole slave trade thing and how that whole thing came about. And he was talking about even like crime and all of those things. These things originated from, Europe, where you had all of these guys from Ireland and England and all these places. These white guys, that's what they were doing, killing one another, for whatever wealth that they had and different stuff like that. But the time came, it's like where they realized it's like, but while we have get ourselves rich, and there are other people that we can kill instead of killing one another as white people like ourselves. So you were saying, but now hearing the statement from the president stating it's like a black child is a criminal. when crime itself came from these people as these white people. Now, it was a white guy saying that, you know, and it's like I look at the whole scenario of that whole thing, and I look at them fellas like the last time they had that meeting at Mar-a-Lago, where Shasta himself was there too. You know, where they had that meeting. And it's like, you know, you look at these guys, the statements that they make, the guys who follow Shasta, the kind of statements they make pattern into crime. And, you know, it dawned on me telling myself, it's like, what discussion did these guys have at that meeting that they had at Mar-a-Lago in Florida? You know, because Shasta, you know, they always try to paint as if like the Labour Party, they're the ones who are actually instigating crime in the country. Even Sarah Flood, I make a statement like that on Rev. Up St. Lucia with Spider. And I'm saying, Lord, man, people who sit down in church pretending they are nuns and making statements saying it's like, you know, if and the Labour Party ever win elections, people just start seeing bloodshed in the country. What are these people thinking?
Mm-hmm. Okay, my friend, thank you.
Man.
Thank you very much. And that reminds me to read the text message we got. We must keep an eye on external forces which could destabilize good governments with help from opposition elements from within. See what is happening in Grenada.
Right.
And by the way, Antigua and Barbuda's Prime Minister Gaston Brown has stood up against that kind of external pressure and said, hell no, his country is not going with it. But you know, UWP has always tried to masquerade as if they are so connected with the American political establishment that they can speak for them. And it's always there, you know, saying our visas are in trouble and this and that and the other. So when you had the noises about America going to come down on us and sanction us from that, usually it is the pretender Alan Shastney who always likes to make us believe that he has some direct line to Donald Trump and to the US, and he can influence them to do this and to do that, which is what Martinez and all that foolishness was about. It hasn't worked so far. The sun still shines on us. The grace of God is still upon us. That the evil that people try to do to their own country so that they can gain some brownie points that they believe will nourish them into political office, that it will never happen. We have another call on the line. Let's take that one before the break. Real issues,
good
you're on the air.
afternoon, Mr. Daniel.
Yeah, hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, and good afternoon, Mr. Terry.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, our forebearers, they suffered, they gave their lives for this land, they fought, they died, they never got paid. What they left for us is the land as our heritage.
Yes.
And watch these two individuals that are at the head of that Flobo party. And they love to make racist statements against JPA. So we should not allow persons that didn't go through what we went through to believe they could come and take that heritage from us and sell it to the highest bidder. That is if the lowest bidder doesn't have time reach first and for their personal interests. Because when you look at that DSH deal, that's the worst deal in the history of this country. Imagine an investment, they say, of $2.6 billion. And that was woven in a bed of secrecy and lies. Because this man, he never wanted us to know what was in that agreement. The agreement, that the document had to be leaked. And even when it was leaked, they never admitted that that was the agreement, which he had to table in Parliament by law. And he never did it. Because I remember Philip J. Pierre was attempting to quote from that leaked document. And Alan Shastney tried his best to cause Leon Theodore to stop JPA from quoting from the document. But she didn't stop him. She allowed JPA to proceed. And she said it had to be made a document of the House. Because she knew that was the agreement. Alan Shastney knew that that was the agreement. But he didn't want us to see that it was a sellout. The escrow account and the buyback clause. Imagine the state putting 1,000 acres as collateral in an investment and they have no shares in that investment. There are places politicians would go to jail for for signing that kind of agreement. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Let's take the break. Real Issues powered by Blue Waters will return to continue taking more of your calls and your messages until 2 o'clock.
The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real Issues, 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
McDowell's Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene of vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway. Call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knights Med Miku, Lay by Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The CDC opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Release Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop opposite the Grosley Bus Stop. Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosley.
Enhance, the best a man can get.
The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real Issues, 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Thanks for staying with the Real Issues powered by Blue Waters. Good afternoon to Sister from Ancillary, well, at least from the Ancillary Canneries constituency. You did send a message, but Sister, it's so long, I can't read it now because it's going to take some time and we have people all the time on waiting. Shelton, I want to know why when a patient goes to St. Jude's who is a diabetic and hypertensive, still has to pay for some of the meds, and all the meds are for these issues. I know it because I know some people, as of today, paid for some of these meds. And these patients under UHC, can Musa answer this for me, please? I don't know. I know you're from Viewfort South, but maybe, you can just take a little walk or ride across the Viewfort North on constituency days and put that question to the health minister if you believe he can help you. And something like that. I'll get in touch with you. I have your number. Maybe someone like Ms. Jade Brown or another person can have that information, or even the doctor who I think is at the forefront of UHC, Dr. Alicia Eugene Ford. That maybe she can have the answer for us as well. But we have a caller waiting. You're on the air. Real Issues.
Hello?
Yeah, hi. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Hello, Sheldon. I just want to confirm an announcement you made a while ago before the ad about a meeting at a particular house.
Yeah, someone sent me a flyer with Stephen's picture on it. And it says, UWP, come have a chat. You are invited to have a conversation with your candidate for Castries North, Mr. Stephen Favrier. And it gives the location symbol, and it says the home of Dexter Mondesi VG, Wednesday, 15th October 2025, 6 p.m.
Oh, really? At Dexter Mondesi?
Light refreshments will be served.
It says at Dexter Mondesi?
It says the home of Dexter Mondesi.
Well, I'm pretty shocked about that.
Okay.
I'm pretty shocked about that.
Are you of that home? Are you of that household?
No, it's my brother. I'm shocked.
It's your brother.
I'm very disappointed. You mean to tell me that the guy don't know what an auction is?
And who don't know what?
That Stephen doesn't know what's an auction? If Stephen was not educated on what's an auction, he could have asked Raquel, Alan's wife, because she had all the events and had all the auctions. Even a cake was auctioned. Okay. There are lawyers that gave $10,000 on a trip on a boat for 2 days on auction. People give millions of dollars on auctions. You know why I'm really, really upset? And you know why? I'm praying to God that the Prime Minister called that election earlier than ever. I'm sick and tired, and I'm really, I have to admit, I was with them. But you can always be for a lot of things. You can be for husband, you can be for wife, you can divorce it, you can go on with life. C'est la vie, all right? But you see these things that's going on, and it's getting worse, and you see the lies, and let me tell you, Sheldon, there's so much I know, and there's so much I can express myself to the public of St. Lucia, St. Lucian people themselves. To end my conversation there now, I feel very sorry for a lot of my St. Lucian people. Because if they know what's good for them, they will follow what's going on in the country, what is being done in the country, our progress, the cheerfulness in a lot of people you haven't seen for a long time. I know what I'm talking about, Sheldon. I've been there. I was in the belly of the beast. I'm begging St. Lucians, and I'm begging St. Lucians to make the right decision. Right decision. Last night, for a long time, when I look at DBS, I think it was DBS or HTS, okay? That this girl was interviewing the guy going up in Schwizel. For once, I sat down in front of that television, and I was smiling and laughing all the way till the interview ended, Sheldon. Because you know why? Humble. A humble guy. A guy that has a personality that would take anybody that has a good heart, and that person is a nice person, deep inside. His mannerism, the way he spoke, it was just breathtaking for a change. Unlike when the guy Joseph comes and you're ready to eat his tongue, his mouth, his teeth, everything. When the spider comes, when I know all of them, and I know what I know of them, okay? So I am sick and tired of that kind of campaign going on with the Flobos. I don't call them UWP. I really wanted to go to that bank with that thing that they have for Sir John on Saturday. But you know why I didn't go, and I'm not going? I don't want to find myself at Sanders Ground and see one Flobo face inside it that would spoil my mood. So I cancel going, because they need to stop the lies, the deceit, and they're trying to get everybody involved in what's not good for us. It's just not good. If it was good, they would never get 15-2. When you have one rotten apple, and you see apples start rotting, it's because one apple, not all the apples rotten, it's not good. You don't want to eat it anymore.
Okay.
I am very fed up, and I hope to God that he gives Philip Pierre the strength to call that election sooner than usual.
Okay.
And don't make him think that he's a coward. No! We need to stop all that nonsense going on here now.
Okay.
I'm sick and tired of it. Goodbye.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Shelton, do you know that jujus, and I suppose they mean the shoes, the spikes, could be worth millions in the next few years? Was Stephen Favre ever a sparring partner for Tyson? Because his face looks puffy, like that of a sparring partner or boxer. Do you know if he was into boxing? I have absolutely no knowledge of that, no clue. I saw no sign of it and so on. So I suppose the metabolism changes as we grow older and so on, and different factors could come in. I hope it's not illness or anything of that kind. Bradley could have done some remedial work on the Tetmon-Gayabwa Road with that $1.6 million. All right, we have a caller waiting. Real issues. Go ahead. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
How are you doing, Shelton?
I'm doing okay.
Good afternoon, Terry.
Good afternoon.
And I hope you're coming down for the weekend, yeah? That is it, that is it. Moi vle di yon bay. Monsieur Gordon. Si se mayo vle mwen mayo, on est kouye Shelton avec des Shelton, ça nous a fait tout gomme nous en la TV, ok? Là, kouye moi, dis-moi kouye ou j'étais pas en qualité bail ça. Next thing, Julian's shoes. Stephen Favre. Was he not a diplomat?
CID.
Shelton. Was Stephen Favre not a diplomat in some regional body or international body?
Yeah, he was a trade diplomat, I think, for the OECS to the WTO, something like that, yeah. He wasn't a St. Lucia national, because I think the OECS has a collective mission in Geneva, trade mission in Geneva, so I think he was representing the OECS, which would of course include St. Lucia in Geneva, as far as I remember.
Shelton, who he representing him?
He was representing Cornelia Jacob.
Tell me.
He was representing Cornelia Jacob in particular to ensure that we get a better deal on the whatever the revised whatever thing they had where music is a big deal. The new economic partnership agreement. He must have helped to negotiate that.
And that's what we're looking to put in Parliament. The man don't know nothing about auction and celebrity attire, celebrity belongings that go on auction for so much money. Like somebody said, in the next 10 years, that is gonna be worth millions. Okay. So we need to ensure that we put the right people in the right places. And I see you want to run after me.
No, your leg is bad, you know. It's breaking up.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you very much. Now, I have someone who tried to call me just a while ago. Let me see. He said he has been trying to call and he wasn't getting through. So let me call him now. I promised that I would call him. He probably will be our last caller. Hi, good afternoon, caller. Real Issues, you're on the air. You're live on air. Yeah, you have some noise around you. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I would like to talk about the no right turn on the highway. The person that came up with that issue is a genius. 3 times I've gone up to Roseville since they put this sign, and the traffic is flowing. So all the naysayers and the doomsday maker that was the worst decision on earth, and they don't know what they're doing. Go up to Roseville now. Traffic flowing. You can't go fast, but you're not stopping.
Okay.
So all the naysayers and everybody, and I'm sure a lot of people have indicated to me that the traffic on the highway is moving. The other thing about the auction, when you have an auction, there are persons that are specifically there to raise the auction. They don't want to buy the thing, but they want to drive up the price. And Thaddeus didn't get the shoe. People didn't realize that. Somebody else bought it for $75,000.
Yeah. They bid 5,000 higher than he did.
Right, so he didn't get it. But sometimes in an auction, it's to raise funds.
Yes.
So you have people that don't really want to buy it, but they want to call somebody else. They know that they're not really interested in the shoe, to raise the price as high as possible so that the auction will make money for the charity. And I think I heard you said he was a diplomat, the guy that made that statement.
Yeah, he was a trade diplomat.
So you have never attended a fundraising where there's auctions?
Maybe his level was higher than that.
Stupid thing to say.
He was at
I mean, come on.
He was at a level higher than auctions.
Don't know that's how they raise funds for charity is by auction. Somebody donate a watch, a pair of shoes, an athlete. That shoe, I'm sure, is worth much more than that. In a few years' time, Julian Alfred shoes, and a politician, you want to be a rep for St. Lucia or parliamentarian for St. Lucia, and that's a statement you'll make?
Okay.
To me, that's idiotic.
Showing his ignorance.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Right.
Okay. Both that caller and Terry, so I leave it well do more. Exibay says I got the about come mad must even now. So I leave it well do when we see. All right. Somebody said in a text message, good afternoon. Forbidden St. Lucian visas is false. I just got mine and my husband's last week. Have a good one. Okay, but she said not forbidden, but denying is what she meant. Yeah. This thing that Alan is always pushing that we're in trouble for our visas and so on. He's saying it's not true. We are not under that kind of sanction or embargo or threat or whatever that they're always trying to play up. Terry, anything quickly from you because the time is going on
tomorrow. No, Shelton, we're getting ready for Viewfort.
Okay.
Not Viewfort, sorry, Chazelle.
Yeah.
We're hyping up the thing, and we want to make a statement to Bradley.
Yeah.
You are on your way out. You should you and Lady Lee, just finish it out.
Okay. All right. Thank you so very much, Jaquan, for another great job at the controls. Thanks, Terry. You always light up the place, and I think people look forward to having you. So if possible, tomorrow or whenever you can, we'll be happy to have you. Real Issues powered by Blue Waters. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesdays safely. Shelton Daniel, for all of us here, signing out.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real Issues, 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
McDowell Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients.
The winning numbers for the midday draw of Wednesday, 15th October 2025 were Double Daily Grand 2, 5, 8, 16. Big 4, 3, 3, 3, 7. Big for Multi-X 2X. Pick 2, 7, 9. Pick 2 Multi-X 3X. One off 3, 9, 1. Lucky 3, 533. Lucky 3 Multi-X, 2X.
The man, the voice. Your hero is